everyone, this is Jenny's Fashion Channel. Thanks to all my amazing fans and subscribers. This channel is all about leveling up on your fashion designing skill. And today, I'm going to teach you how to cut a strapless corset. So if it is what you're all about, you are definitely at the right place. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, now will be a very good time for you to smash on the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you'll be notified each time I upload any video. Without further ado, let's jump right in, shall we? The first thing is to draw a line as my baseline, which will serve also as my neckline, because this is a strapless corset. So I'm taking 6.5 inches off, okay? You can take 6 inches off. It purely depends on you. Then I will come down by 10 inches for my bust line. I will mark and draw the line. Then I will come down by 3.5 inches from my bust line to get my under bust line. I will mark and draw the line. Then I will come down by 16.5 inches for my half cut. I will mark and add half an inch for joining allowance. I will draw the lines. Then I will get my nipple to nipple measurement, divide by 2. And my nipple to nipple measurement is 7. If it is being divided by 2, I will get 3.5 inches. I'm not going to add half an inch joining allowance, okay? But when transferring it on my fabric, I will add the joining allowance. I will mark it and I'll connect it straight down to the joining allowance line like so. The next thing is to get my underbust dart. And for me to get my underbust dart, I'm going to take the difference between my bust line and underbust line, and I have 3.5 inches there. So I'm going to divide it by 2. It will give me 1.75 inches. I will divide the 1.75 inches by 2 again. It will give me 0.88 inch. So I'm going to take the 0.88 inch to the left and 1.75 inches to the right. I will mark. Then I will come down by 1 inch from the bust line to remove any form of pointiness on the bust area. Then I'll connect it to the underbust dart ladders. Then I'll connect the underbust dart straight down to the joining allowance line. And I'll connect the bust point straight up to the base line. Then for the overbust dart, I'm going to go in by half an inch and go out by 1 inch. Then I will go up by half an inch from the bust point and I'll connect it to the overbust dart ladders. I'll go ahead and measure the two curves to ensure that they are equal. So after measuring, I found out that the one at the right side is longer than the one at the left side with about half an inch. So I'm going to extend this very one at the left side by half an inch so that the two curves will be equal. Then the next thing is to get the corset neckline. So I'm going to come down by 2 inches, okay, from this my baseline. Though this purely depends on you. It depends on the amount of cleavage you want to expose there. So I'm going to mark it. And at that point, I'm going to go in by half an inch, okay, for my cup separation. I will mark it and connect like those. Then I'm going to connect this overbust dart to it to give it a sweetheart curve effect. You can go for any curve of your choice. It purely depends on you. To get my bust curve, I'm going to connect it to the bust line like this, and I'm going to use my curve ruler to curve it into the underbust dart like this. I will blend this point up to remove that sharp edge. Then the next thing is to get the second cup. And for me to get the second cup, I'm going to take my nipple to nipple measurement, divide by 2, and I have 3.5 inches. But I'm going to add half an inch to it because our bust is fuller on the armhole side. Then I will mark it and I will curve it into the underbust dart like so. Then the next thing is to get the chest line, okay? If you want to get your chest line, you can come up by 2 inches from your bust line, okay? Or you can just take your shoulder measurement, just the same way we normally do on our normal drafting, okay? You take your shoulder measurement, divide by 2, you mark it. Then you get your armhole line And for you to get your armhole line, you take your bust measurement divide by 6 plus 1.5 inches, okay? Remember, you have taken 6.5 inches off, okay, from this, because this is a strapless top, okay? So I'm going to place our tape like this, taking 6.5 inches off. And I will come down by 1.6 inches from my baseline for my armhole line, because my actual armhole measurement is 8.1 inches. Are we on the same page? And I will draw a line from this point to meet the armhole line point, like this, as my chest line. Then I will take my bust measurement divide by 4. I'm going to replace this dart intake here. I will mark it on the chest line. Then I will connect the overbust dart to 8 like this. And I will connect the armhole point to the bust point like this to get my second cup. I will go ahead and take my horizontal measurement. On the chest line, I will add 2 inches joining allowance. On the bust line, I'm going to take my bust measurement divide by 4 plus 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it. On the underbust line, I'm going to take my underbust measurement divide by 4, replace this dart intake here, plus 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it. On the waistline, I'm going to take my waist measurement divide by 4. I'm going to replace this dart intake here, plus 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it and mark the same thing on joining allowance line like this. Then I will connect my markings to serve as a guide for cutting. So this is it for drafting. Follow me closely. Let's cut. Please always remember to name your curves so that you don't mix them up. So guys, this is it for the front panel. You can see how perfect it came out. We now move over to the back panel. The first thing is to draw a line as my baseline. Then I will take 1 inch for my zipper. You can take 1.5 inches. Purely depends on you. I will connect like this. The back part of the dress starts from the chest line, okay? And my chest line is 8.1 inches. So I'm going to take 8.1 inches off, okay? Like this. Then I'm going to come down by 10 inches for my bust line. I will mark it. I will come down by 16.5 inches for my half cut. And I will add half an inch for joining allowance. I will mark and draw the lines. Then I will take my nipple to nipple measurement divide by 2. I will mark it on the bust line and I will connect it straight down to the joining allowance line like this. I will go in by half an inch and go out by half an inch to form a dart. Then I will extend this my bust point by 1 inch. Then I will connect like this. On the chest line, I'm going to take my bust measurement divide by 4 plus 2 inches for joining. I will mark it and mark the same thing on my bust line. On the half cut line, I'm going to take my waist measurement divide by 4. I will replace this dart intake here plus 2 inches for joining allowance. I will mark it and mark the same thing on the joining allowance line. Then I'll go ahead and connect the markings to serve as a guide for cutting. On the half cut line, I'm going to go in by half an inch. This is to remove any form of bulginess on the waist area. I will mark and connect like this. Then I will take my zipper allowance. I'm using 1 inch for my zipper. For the half cut line, I will start taking my zipper from that half an inch I went inward. Then I will carry on like so. Then I will connect my markings. On this chest line, you can leave it like this. You can go ahead and put it small curve, okay, to make it a kind of slanty like this. So guys, this is it. I'll go ahead and cut. So guys, this is it for the back panel, and this is all I have for you for today. If you find this tutorial helpful, please subscribe, comment, like and share. See you in my next video. Bye.